Welcome into the Davis Football Show, everyone. My name is Nick Davis, and we're here with my brother Rob in the Davis Studios. Thank you so much for listening today. We are going to be covering all things football for you sports fans. This is the DFF.
Yo, good evening, Rob. What's up?
Yo, what's going on?
We are 1 week out from Super Bowl 55.
Yeah, I'm ready for it, but I'm not ready for it. So I'm like both teams.
Explain that. Oh, because you like, okay.
I'm not a huge fan
of
the Chiefs or the Bucs. So, I mean, I'm ready for it, but I'm not super excited.
All right. I see. Going into championship weekend, last weekend, I was like, man, out of these four teams, I don't really care who wins the Super Bowl except for the Green Bay Packers. I was cool with the Bills, the Chiefs, or the Buccaneers winning it. So right when the Packers lost, I was like, all right, 2 weeks from now it's going to be okay.
I feel that. I'm kind of different. I didn't want any of those teams to win. I would have wanted the Packers to win out of the other three.
Why is that?
It's Mahomes. I mean, I don't know. Mahomes, he needs to relax. He can't get too far ahead of Lamar. And then Josh Allen's a joke. And then Tom Brady, I'm sick of him already.
Whoa, joke?
That's what I think.
All right, well, we'll get into him in a little bit. First, let's talk about Super Bowl 55. It is Tom Brady's 10th Super Bowl. Pretty interesting. It's being played in Tampa Bay. It's the first time that a team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are playing in their home stadium ever. It is in Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. There is certain protocols in place. They are going to allow fans there. There's only going to be 22,000 of them. But let's clap it up to the NFL to allow, not only a season to happen, but to have that season uninterrupted for the most part. Like they had to move some games here and there, but nothing got canceled. There weren't any major rescheduling of different weeks and things like that. And for them to just complete the entire year on time, here we are going into Super Bowl Sunday at the same, the first weekend in February, which is how it was all planned.
Yeah, I thought more games was going to get canceled. I didn't think they were going to finish the whole season, but I mean, they did a good job doing it. They made it happen.
Yep, and they did have time slated on the back end of the year going all the way into March, I believe, that will allow for additional weeks to be added if needed. There were talks even about adding an additional playoff spot in case the entire season didn't finish as an extra wild card to give teams a fair shot to compete for the Super Bowl. But everything worked out fine, and here we are with the number 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs out of the AFC and the number 5 seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers out of the NFC. Going into upset after upset, first against first they beat the Washington football team in the wild card. Then they went in and upset the Saints. Then they went in and upset the Packers. And the legend of Tom Brady continues.
Yeah, I mean, that Packers game, he got lucky on that one. Both teams didn't play a good game, but Bucs ended up coming out with the win. I was surprised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is going to be hosted on CBS this year. We got Jim Nantz and Tony Romo doing the play-by-play. It like I mentioned, it's in Tampa Bay, which is in Florida once again. Florida is very open in COVID terms. From my understanding, it's going to be a normal Super Bowl weekend down there in Tampa, full of events and entertainment, and it's going to be a celebrity starstruck weekend.
No, I don't think it's going to be like that this year because of COVID. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a lot more watered down than past years.
maybe it's watered down a little, but is not on lockdown mode like other states are. From what I hear.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm not there. Could be open, could be closed. You never know.
No, I'm telling you, it's most definitely open. Now, here in Super Bowl 55, if I were to ask you, who had more Super Bowls, the AFC or the NFC? Out of the 54 that were already played, who would your money be on?
I would say the NFC because the NFC won a lot early, but I'm sure.
How much money would you put on the NFC?
I would put. Wouldn't put much. I put probably a max of $20 on the NFC.
Do you want me $20? Do you want to bet me $20 right now that the NFC don't have more?
No, because you looked it up.
No. I'll let you switch your conference if you want. Do you want to take the AFC? You want to put 20 on the AFC?
No, I'll put 20 on the NFC.
You'll put 20 on the NFC.
Right now.
All right. I'm not going to take your money because that was definitely a trick question. They're all tied up. It's 27-27.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's not the NFC, then it's close.
It is all tied up. So this Super Bowl not only is going to be a long conversation for both Mahomes and Brady's legacies, but it breaks the tiebreaker for the AFC and the NFC.
Yeah, that's
we
right.
got it does now. Tom Brady's in his 10th Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is only in his second here, but it's the second in a row, and it's his second on his rookie contract. Like, that's a big deal, too. Like, he is on pace to be in as many as Brady, but does he, like, do you think, like, that gets accomplished, or what's the, is Mahomes the new GOAT?
Is Mahomes the new GOAT? Of course not. No, I think.
So Brady still holds that title.
Of course. Mahomes only won one. This would just be his second. How could he be the GOAT? Yeah,
but his upward trajectory so far, year 4 in the league, has been unbelievable. He just signed a 10-year contract, for God's sake.
All right, yeah, but I mean, that only Super Bowls make you the GOAT. So, I mean,
yeah,
you need 6. You need at least 6.
So you're telling me if he wins this one to get number 2 and goes 2 for 2, even though Brady has 6, he would have lost 1 to Mahomes. Do you think, like, did that get him closer at all?
Of course, I mean, yeah, of course, winning a Super Bowl get him closer, but I mean, he's still got a long way to go, and it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, no, I know it's going to be far from easy, especially like once his money kicks in, and it's definitely going to be harder to add additional players around him, like the Honey Badger and Frank Clark and things like that. Now when I think if Mahomes doesn't win this, he's going to be out of the conversation already. Like that's how hard I think it's going to be to catch Brady if he doesn't win this, because Brady's always going to have that in his a victory head to head in a Super Bowl.
Honestly, I mean, there's some players at some point it's impossible to catch them. I think Tom Brady's at that point. I think LeBron and Michael Jordan's at that point. I think Tiger Woods is at that point. You just never, no matter what you do, you just can't catch him because you can't play perfect through your career. So I mean, I think he's at the point that you can't even catch him.
Yeah, I can see that, and it's unbelievable what he's doing at the age like he's playing it too. It's unheard of. It's every year we think he's going to go off a cliff, and here he is in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean the way just Tom Brady was set up with a great coach and a great team, and such a bad division. I mean Mahomes is going to get that. So I mean, there's just no way. There's no way you could catch. There's no way you catch Brady right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you on that. So who do you have winning on Sunday?
I'm taking the Bucs. 34-27.
Okay. I like them too because the Chiefs have a number of injuries that I don't think the Bucs are dealing with. Like Fisher just got hurt, their left tackle, which was a huge blow, especially with that vicious Bucs D line, and it just seems like they got guys banged up. Like Sammy Watkins was out for a little while. Patrick Mahomes got a toe thing going on. It just seems like injury after injury. It's even if they play, even if some of them do play, like I feel like they won't be 100.
Yeah, they definitely got a lot of injuries up front, which is gonna be tough. But I mean, Mahomes is good enough player; he's still be able to keep it close no matter what kind of O-line he got with the weapons that he has. So I expect it to be a high-scoring, close game at the end of it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that too. Can you? Doesn't the cheetah just seem to be getting faster and faster by the game?
Yeah, he's good. He's fast.
Like you watch him run, and you're like, "Holy smokes!" He's like he just has another gear that he needs a lean. Like his lean forward is so exaggerated, but like I really think that's what prevents him from falling over.
I mean, it might be, but yeah, he's a fast dude. He's a good player.
So we got Kansas City and the Bucs in the Super Bowl. Now let's back up one step. Let's talk about the championship weekends that just passed in the NFC and the AFC. I want to talk about the losing teams real quick that just missed the playoffs. Let's start with the NFC and Green Bay. What do you think the future is there?
In Green Bay?
Yeah, you think like the way that game ended, like Rodgers, clearly upset, which I don't blame him. I mean, he was obviously hurt after that game. Like he looked, Brady came in and took his soul. Is he like?
I want to say that
is Rodgers. I say that he couldn't even make eye contact with him after the game. It was.
Well, I mean, it's not Brady. Brady played worse than Rodgers. Brady had a bad game than me.
No, true, and I think that's what hurt even worse. Like, I think that what made it even worse for Rodgers is because he outplayed him and still is not playing in the Super Bowl. And I think Rodgers kind of reflected and looked at his own team thinking, how did they let me down,
Oh, yeah, I mean, Rodgers, I see why he's mad. I mean, he got one of the worst front offices, so, I mean... Yeah, I wouldn't be happy either. I don't know why he still would even want to be in Green Bay at this point, unless they get him some help.
Which is a real question, a real concern. I mean, does he stick it out, finish his career, or does he try to move on like the way Stafford just did?
Oh, I'd definitely try to move on from the Packers. He should have been trying to move on years ago, in my opinion. Yeah, because the I don't know. I just don't understand. I feel like the Packers, they just think they're just not better than everyone else, but just better than most teams and try to do things different. But, I mean, it's not like that. It's not front offices that really run a lot of these teams. It's definitely the star quarterback.
Yeah, true. The way the Packers operate, and, it's unique, like you said, but I look at them more so like a business. You know how, like, a new business dumps a bunch of money in to try to make, like, an immediate impact in market share and impact immediate growth. When, like, a very stable business, like, I don't know, one that's been around for a long time, a business like GE, I don't know. They're just so stable, they're so large, they're so consistent that they don't like to take risk because they're always going to be around. They're always going to be profitable. They just, they play more so of a long-term game, a stability game, a consistency game, a safety game, than taking risks to get big rewards.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but it's not only that. It's about money just as much, honestly, because Packers never like to spend money in free agency. That's why they don't want to. They want to get rid of Rodgers because his contract is so big. That's why they drafted Hundley. I feel like, because they knew Rodgers wasn't washed up. They knew they had still good years ahead of him, but I feel like they just wanted to move on from him to try to either start something new or save some money. But I don't know.
Oh, you think they're trying to move on because of money, not because of
not
his
only
age and decline?
But not only because of money, but like money has a big thing to do with it. I feel like because they never spend money in free agency. The Packers never spend money.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely see that argument. Are you? What do you think Rodgers want to do?
I feel like it's up to what the Packers do in the offseason in the draft. Because if they keep drafting, I mean, they wasted a first-round pick. If they really wanted to, they could have had Hopkins with using that first-round pick they used on Huntley. And they used to trade up. They could have easily had Hopkins with Devontae Adams.
Not only Hopkins, but a multiple number of receivers. Do you know who all they could have? Oh yeah,
they could have got a whole bunch of people. But I mean, if you got Hopkins and Devontae Adams with Rodgers, I mean, they wouldn't have lost last week.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I mean, Love did not suit them at all this whole year, and it was an issue the second he was drafted. It was a conversation all through the off season. It was brought up, especially like early in the season, and as the Packers started winning, it's like everyone forgot. But it was, when it mattered most. Like this is when you need those guys.
Yeah, I mean, they seen how Favre and Rodgers went back in the day. So I mean, I feel like they just try to do that part too. But I mean, it's not always like that.
Yeah, it's so unique to follow a Hall of Fame quarterback with a Hall of Fame quarterback. I mean, Montana and Young are the only one I can really think of, and it's so rare.
Yeah,
so rare.
Yeah, I can't think of many. Does Lamar and Flacco count?
Flacco was not that good.
Yeah, I think he's still in the Hall of Fame though.
You think so?
I don't know. He got a Super Bowl ring. Maybe he got a shot. He
does, yeah. He got one. I mean, he definitely should.
Probably not first ballot, maybe like 10th ballot.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Eli and Phillip got a better shot to get in there.
Over Flacco?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course Eli. Phillip, I think it's Flacco and Phillip's about the same.
Yeah. That's another conversation for another podcast. So that was not our rundown. You're tiptoeing on the white line there.
Nah, I just like to talk sports.
All right, let's jump to the AFC. We got the Bills who fell to the Kansas City Chiefs, in a pretty disappointing game. I really thought this was going to be more competitive. I thought that Josh Allen was going to play a little better. He just seemed like you could definitely tell he was trying. He was playing hard and all of that. It was just he seemed like he was trying to do too much at points, which which has definitely been a weakness of his, like year over years. But like with Stephon Diggs now there, and I really felt like that offense, the offense definitely improved, but I thought that it would improve in a game like this against the team that's known for the best offense. Like I thought they would go toe to toe, and that didn't happen.
Oh yeah, I mean, Yeah, a lot of people hyping up Josh Allen this year, but I don't know. I just don't see it compared to what I've seen in the past. But, I mean, he's not bad. He definitely got better compared to last year. Stephon Diggs helped a lot. But, I mean, yeah, people need to pump the brakes on Josh Allen.
Yeah, so, I know how you feel about Allen, and I guess, I'm asking maybe a rhetorical question when I'm, what's the future on the Bills? Are they legit? Are they contenders? Was this a one-time AFC championship kind of thing? We'll see you in another 25 years type deal? Or do you think that they're going to be competitive like this year after year in the Josh Allen era?
No, I don't see that. I see, they had a good chance. They'll definitely have other chances like this. They didn't make the Super Bowl or nothing, but what they do, win 2 games, that's good, yep. But it's nothing crazy. But yeah, I feel like once they have to pay Josh Allen, he's not good enough to be able to carry the team, to carry the offense. But
yeah, that's a real concern with a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's a whole different challenge once you get paid and you take a lot of the money and you lose players. I don't see Josh Allen being able to do that.
Yeah, no one's going out to grab a Stephon Diggs to come in on your team. You need to then go out and draft a guy to turn into a Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, you got to be able to draft good if you're going to have to pay a quarterback a lot.
Which I do have a lot of faith and belief in this team to be able to do that. I think that they're a good drafting team, and I think what they're doing too is they need to be more run game centric. Like they got to play more like the Titans do, and allow Josh Allen to play more like Tannehill. Tannehill has put up some insane numbers since he's been in Tennessee versus Miami.
You said Josh Allen got to play like Tannehill.
Not like the way he plays as a person, like the way that the Titans run that scheme. Like he needs to work off play action. Instead of throwing 45 times a game, throwing 25 times a game, and being more of a balanced offense. I feel like the Bills were super throw heavy, and I know Moss got hurt, their number one running back, and I think that affected a lot of the game plan. But we definitely saw it against the Chiefs, and the game prior to that too. He was just back there firing away, and I feel like it was putting the defense in a very difficult situation.
Well, to do that, they're going to have a running back that's better than Josh Allen. And during the regular season, I feel like they were a run-heavy team. It was just when they went up against the Ravens, they weren't going to be able to run it, so they said, let's just not even try, and that's why they were just passing it so much.
I wouldn't call them a run-heavy team. They did run the ball. I know Moss had a good year, but Josh Allen threw for a ton of yards. Stephon Diggs was back and forth to being the number one receiver in the league. Or I think he finished the year being the number one receiver in yardage, right?
Yeah.
And I think he was first in targets too. Like they threw the ball a ton, specifically to Diggs, but.
But you can still be a run-heavy team.
True. Yeah, no, I know that they did not run very little, but especially in the postseason, especially when Moss got hurt, they stopped relying on the run as much as they did all year long, and I would have liked to see more of that in that AFC Championship game.
Yeah, but they had to keep it with Mahomes. So, they had to pass it. But I don't know. I just feel like Josh Allen, he had a good year this year, but next year I don't think it's going to be like that. They had a pretty easy schedule I feel like they didn't have a lot of big wins. So, I mean, we'll see next year.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair there. That the schedule definitely did impact that. That did affect that schedule. That, got them to the seeding that they were, for sure. Now, let's jump into this. This situation does not happen. I mean, who was the last starting quarterback that got traded? What were the last two number one picks that got traded? This is seriously like a huge story as far as Jared Goff and Matt Stafford being traded. Stafford going to the Lions or to the Rams, and Goff going to the Lions. Who won this trade?
I think the Rams. I mean, not the Rams. I think the Lions won this trade easily.
Why'd you laugh?
Because I know I'm just waiting for what you're about to say.
I think the Rams are built to win now.
Anything Matt Stafford?
I mean, you saw it this year.
What did we see?
You saw them in the playoffs this year. You didn't see the Lions in there.
Okay, they beat who? They beat the Seahawks. You think the Seahawks are a good team this year?
Well, their offense fell apart big time. But you don't think Goff has limitations?
Yeah, of course he got limitations. A lot of QBs got limitations.
Right, and you think that he's going to overcome that in Detroit, where no one overcomes anything?
Of course not.
So what's the plan? So what's the plan there?
So you think the Rams win the trade?
Yes, I do.
So if they lose in the first round, they still win the trade?
No, I think getting back to I think they can get back to where they got to this year, and Stafford puts them in a better position to beat Green Bay at Lambeau like they couldn't do with Goff.
Are they going to beat Green Bay?
I think they could.
What are they?
Because Stafford will be able to go blow for blow with any of the top tier QBs that the Goff it won't be able to do.
Why do you think that?
Because Stafford has talent.
Okay, yeah, he got talent, but I mean, he's not. He's not. No, I mean, name me one good playoff game that Stafford had.
Well, he wasn't in there. I mean, you got to look at the team. You got to look at coaching. You need to look at all the chaos in that organization that limited
you're right.
him. And I guess that's where we're about to find out real quick who Stafford, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm 100% wrong. But Stafford and Goff, we're about to find out a lot about who they are. Was Goff the problem in LA?
Yeah, we're about. I mean,
Or was it a bigger problem? Like, if Goff goes to Detroit and blows it up, I mean, and he definitely has a chip on his shoulder right now. Like, being in a place that you feel like doesn't want you, they trade you away, and you got to understand too that a lot of the draft picks had to deal with the money too. Like, Goff was paid an enormous amount and was not playing up to the amount he was being paid. So you had to give up more draft capital to unload that cash, to unload that money that, Stafford is on a discount deal.
I don't know about that one either. I don't know. I mean, Stafford he's talented, but he never done nothing.
Yeah, but he's making less than $25 million a year. Like, that's significantly less than what Goff.
Oh yeah, that's way less than what Goff can pay. I don't know why they would get Goff that money.
That's what I meant about a discount deal.
I mean, at least Goff has playoff wins. Stafford had the
true, which he does, but you don't think Stafford would have had those on those Rams team?
What Rams team?
On the Rams
when
team
the Super Bowl?
That got to the Super Bowl, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he'll do much better than Goff. I mean, Stafford had one of the best receivers of all time. They still could have won a playoff game.
I mean, one receiver is limited when you don't have a second or a third or a tight end.
What do you mean? They had a good offense. What do you mean?
Yeah, a good offense could get you to the playoffs, but that don't mean you're going to go deep in the playoffs.
It's better than the offense you're going to have with the Rams.
Now that's debatable.
That's not debatable at all.
Who was even calling plays that year? It wasn't McVay.
Who was it? I don't know.
I don't know either, but my money's on McVay.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying they'll be awful. I mean, I just don't think they're going to get farther than they did this year, so it's a waste of 2 picks.
They got to the divisional round this year.
Okay. And would you give up 2 picks to get back to the divisional round?
I would bet money they go farther this year. Next year.
How much? How much, please?
NFC championship. The 20 that I just won for the Super Bowl.
$20 that the Rams make the NFC championship. Are you for real?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Deal. That's an easy deal.
All right. But we got I think I think like the first round, not all first round picks carry the same weight. Like if they end up back right where they were this year, you're talking about 2 picks in the mid-20s. Like that's significantly different than a first round pick in the top 10, you know? Even the top 15.
Oh yeah, it's different, but I mean it's still a first round pick.
We're talking about 2 dramatically different picks.
Yeah, but I mean, this is not the NBA. Even these picks count. This is the first round.
I like how you said that the NBA, like picks in the NBA don't count.
Oh yeah, late first round picks, not at all.
Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, they count, but they're not as like it's not a lock the way some other ones are. Like a mid 20 pick can be a bust easily.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, it's still it could be a buzz and it could be a hit.
Who were the Lions' last 5 first round draft picks? Like, I might have to look that up.
I know they got Akuda last year and Hawkinson the year before that.
Okay.
I mean, those are they're solid players so far.
Is Hawkinson a good player, or is it because he's playing with Stafford?
I'm pretty sure he's a good player. I mean, you got a lot on Stafford, and Stafford didn't prove one thing to me yet in his career. That you give up 2 first-round picks.
You're right. I mean, he has a lot to prove.
Would you give up? Let's say you're the Bears. Would you give up Foles and 2 first-round picks for Stafford?
Yeah, fuck it.
You would?
Well, I think at this point, like, we gotta do something here. You know,
like, that's not it.
we got a defense ready to win now. All right, so last 5 years we got Okuda. Before that, we got Hawkinson. Then we got Ragnow. Then Jared Davis and Taylor Decker, the offensive tackle from Ohio State. So yeah, they got some players. They got some. All right, I guess they did not bust on all of their first round draft picks.
Yeah, they did.
Like I originally thought, but they're not as impactful as I thought that they would be, being so high in the draft.
I mean, they're still young, though. I mean, give them a chance.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, the Lions definitely got a sneaky talented team.
Easily, I'm telling you.
Only time will tell.
I mean, because I don't even think it's not. I see if the Rams were like ready to win now, but I mean, this is. I don't know. I don't think they're Super Bowl ready right now.
So as the Lions get these draft picks in, they continue to upgrade their roster. They finally become contenders, get into the playoffs. Say 2-3 years from now, is Goff the quarterback, or is it somebody else?
The Lions?
Yeah.
Oh no, Goff. I'll be surprised if Goff make it through this whole next season.
So you think they're going to cut him?
Not this year. Next year, they got an out. They could cut him. Not after this year, but after next year.
Okay. And then what? They're going to draft somebody?
I think they're going to draft someone at number 7. Draft the QB
this year?
Yeah, I mean the QB at number 7.
To just sit behind Goff?
For now, I don't know if Goff is going to make it through the whole year.
What do you mean by that? Like not make it through the whole year?
I think they're going to end up starting the rookie they pick over Goff because they're going to be like 2-10.
Oh wow. Okay. So they're just going to have a $30 million backup on the bench.
Yeah, I mean Wentz was on the bench, wasn't he? It's the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're not winning, you got nothing to lose. So I mean,
Yeah.
who cares where the money goes?
Oh, they care. They care.
They're not gonna start a player just because of the money.
True.
I mean, look at Foles. Where was he at? After they just traded for him.
Yeah, you're right there. I think the Rams see their window though, and they are going after it.
I mean, I see. I don't really see the window, but
because you're looking through it, like you got.
All right, name me the 3 best players outside of Ramsey, Donald, and Stafford.
Cam Akers, the rookie running back,
Okay.
who's a growing star,
All right.
and they got like with Kupp, Reynolds, Jefferson, and I'm drawing a blank on their other wide receiver. They're
Robert
1
Woods?
through 4 receiver Woods, yes. Receivers 1 through 4. That's a pretty competitive group. Like, not saying they got the best individual receiver or the best 1-2 punch, but as a group, that's a very strong group.
I mean, yeah, it's a strong group. I just don't see it. I just don't know why they would give up that much. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
All right, let's go over to another quarterback that's unhappy here and wants out. No surprises, Deshaun Watson. What's Houston? We got a problem.
Yeah, they've been had a problem.
Do you think that's what he went in and said?
That's not what he said. I don't think he said anything to him.
That would have been so gangster if he just walked in there and said, "Houston, we got a problem." But yes, they've been at a problem, like you said. I don't think it's fixable. I think Watson's out, and he definitely made that clear on his end that he wants out. What do they do or need to do or want to do? Like, what's?
I mean, I just try to get a trade because you know how much you get for Deshaun Watson. There's like 3 teams that wouldn't trade this for Deshaun Watson right now.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, I definitely think they're gonna trade him. They're gonna get a lot back. They might win the trade if a team's crazy enough.
They might win the trade if a team's crazy. Is it crazy to get a star quarterback? You understand, like a star quarterback can fix everything.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So like, what's crazy? 4 first rounds?
No, I mean,
I would unload 4 first rounds right now.
oh yeah, me too. Of course. I mean, you know me. You know how I feel about star quarterbacks. I give up. There's only 2-3 quarterbacks I wouldn't trade right now for Watson.
Who?
Mahomes.
We all want to know who.
Mahomes. I don't know if I would trade Rodgers. I don't think the Texans would want, or they'd have to give up a lot more with Rodgers. But yeah, honestly, it's only Mahomes and that. I mean, that's it.
So Peter Schrager on Good Morning Football reported that the Rams reached out to Green Bay about Rodgers before obtaining Stafford.
Oh yeah, of course. But I mean, they asked for too much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, well, they give up 2 first rounds for Stafford. They got to give at least 5 for Rodgers.
Yeah. If they unloaded Rodgers, I think Wisconsin would have burned to the ground.
For real.
Like, the fans would have went nuts.
What do you think? Who do you think Watson's going to get traded to?
I think so. Like, he originally came out and said he wants to go to Miami, and I think that'll be a great fit. But he also just recently expressed how he would love to go to the Jets because of Saleh. But I also think the Jets have a better trade option for the Texans than Miami does.
The Jets?
Because I think they would package Darnold with picks that will ultimately. I don't know if they do that though.
Do you think the Jets would do that? Oh no, Texans.
No, I don't know if the Jets would. I don't think the Jets would want to lose the picks because they have so many holes. But I think that the
Whoa, wait. You don't think the Jets would give up Darnold and picks for Watson?
When I say picks, I'm talking like the number 2.
Yeah.
Like, I think they would want like Darnold, the number 2, and another 1.
Yeah, easy. That's the easy trade for the Jets.
The Jets would do it right now.
Without hesitating. I'm telling you, this Watson trade is going to be the biggest trade.
Then why isn't it done yet?
Because, wait, what do you mean?
Why isn't it done yet? I think the Texans would want Darnold instead of Tua.
Okay.
But I would like to see Watson in Miami instead of New York.
Okay, yeah, okay. Let's listen. I know what like the media says about like, oh, the Jets, the Dolphins. I'm telling you, every single team besides the Chiefs are trying to get Watson. If the Cardinals would give up Kyler Murray, Isaiah Simmons, and 3 first-round picks right now to get Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Without thinking. So, I don't want to hear nothing about the Jets or the Dolphins. He's not going to the Jets or the Dolphins.
How would... Like, a friend asked me up here in Wisconsin, like, man, are the Bears going to go after Watson? I said, yeah, they need to be like in the mix, but how awful is it that you not only could have had Watson at the number 3 pick, but you gave up all these picks to go up to 2 to get Mitch, and then give up more picks to get a replacement backup helper, whatever you want to call it, and Nick Foles. Only to trade more picks to get Watson, who you could have had in the first place.
Yeah, no, the Bears got no shot. They don't got enough.
It's just such a bad look. Like, when you look at the whole like series of events, like there's no way Ryan Pace gets to make that trade. There's no way he gets to pull off that trade to right the mistake. Like if they were going to pull that trigger, they would have cleaned house, pulled the trigger, and had the new regime make that call.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there, but I'm telling you, the Bears don't have enough to get Watson.
Yeah, maybe not.
The best offer, I don't know about the best offer, but like honestly, like Josh Allen and a first round pick might not be enough. If we're being honest.
So you're high on Josh Allen. You just proved my point that he's a killer.
No, I'm not saying he's kill. I'm not saying he's bad, but I mean, after the way he played this year and a first round pick, I mean, that's a good offer. But I don't know even know if that's enough.
Do you think the Texans want to go like that route? Like, do you think the Texans are looking for a star quarterback to replace him more than draft picks?
Yes, because I don't think they could. I don't think they're positive on finding a quarterback themselves. And this is going to be the biggest trade of all time, and they do not want to look like the losers. I'm telling you, this Watson trade, it's going to be it's not the Jets. I mean, why would he want to go to the Jets?
He says he respects the coach and likes the big New York market.
I mean, that's cool, but I mean, if you were Watson, would you want to go to the Jets? He's just being nice. He's just trying to drive up the price.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a team that we're not even thinking of.
What does the price have to do with him?
Because if he says, "Oh, I'm not going to the Jets," that's just another team out there running. Which I mean,
and ultimately, like, I mean, you make a great point. Like in Deshaun Watson's contract, he has a do not trade clause in it that only he can waive. So the Texans can't just shop him to the largest bidder. Like, the Texans need to approach Deshaun and say, hey, we have this offer on the table. Do you want to go here? And he needs to green light the situation before. Yeah, like, it's a very sticky situation.
Yeah, so people think he's going to get traded to the Jets for Sam Darnold and a couple of first-round picks is stupid. Because why would he do that? Why would he go to the Dolphins and have the Dolphins trade their picks? He's not going to those. He's going to a team that made the playoffs this year or got close. It's going to get swapped for a quarterback.
So if you had to put money on anybody, who would it be?
I would put my money on the Cardinals.
No way.
How?
I don't know. That's crazy to me. But I see where you're coming from, but I don't.
Okay, listen.
Reunite with Hopkins.
Deshaun Watson need to approve the trade.
Yeah.
And you know he like Hopkins. And if you give up Kyler Murray and only Kyler Murray, Isaiah Simmons, and this year's first round pick, what's a better offer that he's gonna approve?
Yeah, and I mean, Kyler goes back home to Texas.
I'm telling you, that's the best offer.
He is a star quarterback.
That's the best offer that they're gonna get, I feel like.
But do you think Cliff pulls that off?
It's not up to Cliff.
Yeah, I was just about to say maybe Cliff isn't the guy making the decision. What if do you think the Vikings are in the mix?
0% chance.
I heard that like they're trying to shop Kirk.
Yeah, I heard the 49ers were looking at Kirk, but I mean, what are the Vikings going to give up to get Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, I don't think they have enough either. What about the football team?
No, not enough.
No?
Not at all. Well, I mean, they got enough, but I mean, they're not going to. Why would Deshaun accept to have the whole team stripped? Because they're going to have to give up Chase Young for sure.
Yeah, what about the Panthers?
No. It needs to be a team with a good young QB because that's what you're gonna have to throw in. Because that's the only thing that Deshaun wouldn't care about losing is the QB because that's what he plays. So it need to be a team with a good QB. If it's not the Cardinals, I would say the Chargers.
Oh no, I don't think they pull. I don't
What?
think they do that at all. I don't think they do that at all.
The Texans?
I think Chargers. I think the Chargers front office feels so high on Herbert that the sky's the limit.
Okay, okay. Let's see. You think Deshaun Watson's a top 5 QB in the league right now?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I know how I feel about Deshaun. I'm just saying, I just feel like there's a sense of pride with the Chargers and how they got Herbert and what he done as a rookie. Like, I think like, you know, Herbert, like, Miami definitely feels some type of way about Tua because of how Herbert's playing. I think if it was the other way around, Miami is good with Herbert and is going to move forward with the future of their franchise, and the Chargers will shop Tua, you know?
Do you think Herbert's going to be better than Watson at any point of his career?
He possibly. I mean, maybe I feel like Chargers front office, and I'm really high on him too.
I would give up Herbert. I would give up a lot. Herbert and picks, a lot of picks to get Watson.
Herbert's the real deal. What about Dallas?
Who are they gonna give up?
New England?
Who are they gonna give up?
I don't know. All right. What about Daniel Jones, Saquon, and 2 first-round picks?
Why would Watson want to go there?
I don't know.
After losing all that? Of course not. I'm telling you.
What about
young QB? Go ahead.
Deshaun to Jacksonville for the number 1 pick?
Nope. Why would Deshaun do that?
He basically just makes a swap for him and Trevor Lawrence, who's unproven, and he's in Jacksonville, and they still got a boatload of picks.
They don't have a boatload of picks.
They got 5 picks in the first 3 rounds.
Well, okay, what does that do for Deshaun this year? He should stay in Houston.
Houston don't have picks.
Jaguars don't got players.
They got a great rookie running back. Well, he's not a rookie anymore. He's going to be a sophomore at the running game. And they got receivers. Chenault's a rookie who is still trying to figure shit out, unfortunately. But they got Chark too. I think they need guidance, and I think with the new coaching regime, there'll be some structure, and then Watson will bring like a different element. I mean, it's
who's the receivers he's throwing to?
I think he would prefer to be in Miami.
And what would that trade be? What would that trade be?
The number 3 pick, Tua, and a first round next year. Probably Tua and somebody else.
So would you rather have Tua, the 3rd round pick, and a first round next year, or would you rather have Kyler Murray, Isaiah Simmons, and 2 first round picks?
Yeah, I mean, they're content. What about the 49ers?
What are they going to give up? I mean, yeah, that's not a terrible option, but I mean, that's what I was thinking too, but I feel like they just don't got enough without stripping the team.
What about like Garoppolo, 2 ones, and another player that
Nick Bosa?
No way they give up Bosa.
They're going to have to give up a lot more because Jimmy G's about to not even have a job. I'll be surprised if Jimmy G's a starter next year.
You think?
I'll be surprised if he's the starter on the 49ers. He could get traded to a trash team and start, but
yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy G been overrated this whole time.
All right, we got to put a cap on this. Let's bookmark this Watson deal though.
Yeah, because
we are in for a ride. I cannot wait to see the outcome of this thing. So thank you everyone as always for listening. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Davis Football Show. Please go ahead and if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, like most of you do, we are on all other networks as of Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it, we are there. But if you're on Apple Podcasts, like most of you, please scroll up, hit that subscribe button, and please write a review. Thank you so much for those of you who already have left a review. We are going to bookmark this and follow back up on Watson, and you will hear from us after Super Bowl 55, where we believe the NFC will take over the AFC in the championship column.